What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Honda Accord LX. So this right here is the base model. Why am I doing the base model? Because I got a chance to do the hybrid a while ago once it released, and I want to give a chance for the internal combustion counterpart, the 1.5 liter turbo. So that's what we're here to drive today. So I'm here at Southgate Honda here in Southgate, Michigan. So huge shout out to them. If you were looking for one of these, they're available for sale. And also, amongst the words, that they got a 2024 Civic Type R in Championship White that's getting prepped and ready to sell. So, but that's another video for another day. So the Accord has been Honda's bread and butter for quite some time until recently, as SUVs became like the latest craze. People shifted away from the cars like the Civics and Accords and go to the HRVs and CRVs. But this Accord, it has grown in size. It's much bigger than what we're used to. I consider this to be like a full-size car because it's so large. And it's still front-wheel drive. And this is going to be light on features. Got the 1.5 liter turbo. But this Accord has matured. This is for your more mature audience now, since it has grown in size and features. It looks more understated than it has in recent years. So it kind of flies under the radar. And we'll see how it drives as well, because it's going to be lighter on the nose, and that's what I'm interested in, how this drives. So since this is the base spec, we're going to go through the features in just a second here. Before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. And shout out to the MOC, got Honey Gang Nate, Race Car Friends, Blueprint 1 Elite. Go check out their channels on the feature section of mine. So the sticker for this base model Honda Accord is going to be $28,990. That's going to come with no features, as this is the base model. Nothing. You just get the car. That's it. And it's going to come with 192 horsepower, and that's going to be powered by the 1.5 liter turbo engine. And it's going to be the same one that's found in the Civic Sport Touring, as well as the Acura Integra. You can only get this engine on the lower models like the LX and the EX. So then anything above those, you're going to get a hybrid. The engine is so quiet. The car's been on the whole time since I've been recording. The EPA ratings are going to be 29 city, 37 highway. It's going to be a 32 miles per gallon combined, which is quite efficient for a car so large. This car is huge, and I'm going to show you all in just a moment. So I did review the hybrid version of the Sport, so I'm not going to go through all the ins and outs, but this will be more of a refresher review just to see how this base model is. So let me let the hood down. Let's see how much space we got in the trunk. Like I said, this car's been running the whole time, and this engine is so quiet, so quiet. So we're going to pop the trunk. The release is going to be right up under the Honda badge. Pop straight up. Got a huge cavernous trunk. You're not going to find many trunks that are bigger and more spacious than this. You can probably I can fit like 3 of me back there, and that's no hesitation. Probably even 4 if I stack me on top of me. But yeah, it's a huge trunk. So if you need a practical car, this is the way you go. Entering the back seat, going to be a whole lot of space back here. Like I said, this car is so large. It seems like I hit my head on every car I sit in. But look, this is in behind myself. I got like 2 feet of room. This is literally a foot, no exaggeration. So it's a whole lot of room to the front seat. Headroom, this is kind of sloped back, so I got like 4 inches of headroom above me. And this is the gray interior, gray seating. This is cloth. This is the base model, what you expect. So this is comfortable. No vents back here. I see no USB plugs. We do have storage in the door, so if you do want to put a beverage, you can. Let me close that. And then let's see what we got in the middle. More cup holders in the middle of here. Moving on to the front seats. Going to be greeted by these gray comfortable seats. On the base model, you can get these in gray or black. It looks more like an off-white, but Honda's website said they're gray. These seats are light gray. And it's going to look very familiar in here, as this is going to be like Honda's new design language. It is only 10 degrees outside, so this car is going to be keeping me warm and from getting frostbite, because it is windy as well. Looking at the dashboard, this is familiar to the Civic, but it's like a more mature design. Like the grates are bigger. It just looks more premium in the Accord. Then we got this dash. We got the leather wrapped on the dash. That is, man, can't believe that's on poverty spec. Huge dash up here, because we got a lot of room up here. Very airy cabin. Just so much space in here. I got ample leg room, so this would be great for road trips. And you do have all your modern safety features like the adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, so that'll give you some form of autonomy if you want to just relax and cruise, let the car do its thing and drive and steer you, keep you in the lane, slow down, speed up. This is going to be the one to do it for you. We do have a 7-inch display. On the upper trims, it does take up more of the screen and the buttons will be on the side, but on the base models, and it's the same as the Civic, so I did a review on the Civic Sport. Go check out that video if you haven't already. And then we noticed that the buttons were on the bottom on the lesser trim, but the Civic Sport Touring is more like the upscale, so the screen widening, so it goes from like 7 inches to 8.4 inches. Coming on now, these very stylish HVAC vents. We got a single climate control. This is, like I said, you step up, you're going to get the dual climate controls, but being this is the base model, single climate control. We got 2 USB-C ports down here, one for USB connectivity to your infotainment system and the other one for charging. Cars are doing away with USB-A. That's old technology now, so everything is going to USB-C. And this vehicle is not going to have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. You're going to have to use this wire on this port to get the data connectivity from your phone. So this is an automatic transmission, a CVT transmission to be exact. So it's going to be powering it, the continuously variable transmission. And we do have economy mode, so you can even be a more fuel miser, and we can turn off auto stop start should we choose to do so. We got our park brake right here and the brake hold. If you're on the hill and the car will start to roll backwards, it'll stop it for you. 2 cup holders. Have a pretty deep console in here. I put probably down to my forearm, and we do have a 12-volt charger inside of it. Very comfortable leather wrap armrest. It's very soft and supple. No sunroof in here, and we do have this nicely rubber lined sunglass holder, so your glasses don't be scratching and scraping and rattling up there. So that's going to be the basic rundown of the Accord LX. So let's get to the driving portion, because I want to see if they take away all the technology which will come from a hybrid system, the battery and all the other electronics that go along with that. I want to see if that takes away from the driving dynamics, because this is a Car and Driver top 10 best, and when I drove the hybrid version, I did not feel like it was worthy of it, because it felt really nose heavy. So I want to see how this one feels. Will it feel much lighter on the nose and be a much better handler? We're going to find out now. Let's take the Accord for a drive. I am really intrigued to see how this powertrain will do in this iteration of the Accord. Shout out to me for not falling in the parking lot. There's nothing but ice out here. Buckle up, buttercup. Review camera graphics are quite good. It's not choppy as the things that I've been seeing as of late. Things like the refresh rate has been so slow. This car looks really good. And the speaker system in here is only 4 speakers, but it sounds quite good. I didn't have any complaints in the parking lot listening to the audio for a brief second on the radio. I can tell already just driving through this snow and ice, this is a very smooth suspension, like very, very smooth. So far, it's quiet in here. I know a lot of people complain about the road noise in these vehicles. We'll see. We'll see once we get up to speed. Damping on here is quite good. So I'm riding over a lot of imperfections in the road, and it's just soaking it up. Very smooth. The chassis maintains its composure. Solid. So far, it's still quiet in here. So at low speeds, it's going to be good. And you cannot hear the engine at all. At least I can't. Got telescopic steering wheel, which I should have adjusted before I took off, but never too late for that. Notice like in my Integra, we got the Accord in the middle. You can tell like if you put the turn signal on or hit the brakes, it's going to show on that. I think that's a cool touch to it. Or if you hit the signals, you're going to see that in there as well. So, nice little details that make for the car to be more enjoyable. Very thoughtful on how to do that. Gotta watch out for the snow. They didn't plow all the lanes the right way. So gotta be a little bit cautious out here. The roads are dry for the most part, but gotta look out for the snow that came over the lanes or where they didn't plow all the way to the curb. Because we're about to get on the highway now, because I want to see how it handles. See if it's nose heavy like it's a hybrid brother. Visibility is amazing out here. You can see literally everything because it is a very stylistic, it's a practical vehicle. This is going to be one of your more practical cars, as we have a previous generation Accord. It does look coupe-ish, from the silhouette of this Accord, but it is still a sedan, and it will look like it will have a liftback or some form of trunk that will lift up, but it's a traditional trunk. So styling cues that make it, I don't know, more interesting, because sedans are boring these days. You see a lot more slope backs, which is what you see with the Integra. So let us get on this arm ramp and see how she handles. And the CVT has been smooth so far. Haven't even felt the change of gear, what you want in the CVT. Gripping the grain right now. And I can already tell this is substantially lighter on the front end. So that handles quite well. So I can see this iteration being on Car and Driver's top 10 best, but the hybrid version, not so much. As far as handling goes, like the power on the hybrid, you definitely feel it. But the power on the 1.5 liter turbo is adequate. It's not gonna win no drag races, but that's not the intents and purposes of this vehicle. It's a cool cruiser. A to B transportation. If you need room, you can fit 3 adults in the back seat. 3 large adults, 3 car seats are going to fit back there. This is the adult version for all adults riding here. So let's slow it down and see what the passing power would be like. Picks up and then moves. It gets out of its own way. So it's not bad at all. This is what you would expect. The steering wheel is not leather wrapped, but it's still comfortable. Like, you're going to be able to grip it. It's I wouldn't say it's harsh, but it feels rubberized. So it's just the difference in the steering wheel. But I still like the feel of it. The size of it is good. Steering wheel position, still excellent. Let's pass a couple people. We got some more curves coming up here. This is what I want to see the handle will be like. It remains flat. Take this curve going a lot faster, but we're already at speed, so I don't need to go any faster than that. Ice falling off the roof that I couldn't get off. I don't get it when people say these cars have a lot of road noise. I don't hear it. It's a comfortable cruiser. If you want to save on some money, I would definitely go with one of these. If you don't need the bells and whistles, like you don't have heated seats, which would be, well, welcome today, as it's only 12 degrees outside right now. But yeah, you can step up in other trims, but I just want you all to know, like, if you want to be on the budget, saving money on the car, you should definitely consider the Accord LX, because it is still a great value. You just don't get all the bells and whistles. You do get the autonomous driving, which let me demonstrate that, because I always love using that because it works so well. So it's going to recognize the lane. Let me turn on cruise control, set that. Alright, so the car's going to handle the curves for me. And you don't have to go up in models to do that. It's going to do it. And I feel like Honda system does it quite well. But let me turn that off because I got to get ready to get off the highway and make a loop back. See if we can speed around here. Picks up speed. Alright, need to get on the brakes, but not to brake check the guy behind me. The brakes feel progressive. Let me get that one more go round. The brakes feel good as well. Like, I've seen some cars with squishy brakes or just brakes that I deem terrible. This ain't one of those cars. This is very adequate. This is what you would expect for a daily driver. I don't hear like any engine noise at all. That's crazy. Let's get through here. Yeah, this one, if you want the one that handles, get the LX without the hybrid powertrain, because this feels just way lighter, because you add in a lot of complexity with the hybrid powertrain. You're going to get a lot of power, a nice bump in power and more efficiency, but you're going to lose the handling characteristics, which is one of the main selling points of this car to me. And that's not going to be your typical buyer. I just like sporty handling cars for me myself personally, but this, even with the hybrid system, it's still fine. I just personally don't call it car and driver's top. Just 10 best. Like, I don't. That had me scratching my head. I'm like, how? And that was the one that they tested. But this one is worthy of it. So let's take this on ramp. Recommended speed 15 miles an hour. What can we do? Double it. The body roll was minimal. That was pretty good. All right, let me slow down, let them speed up to see how we can get the highway speeds. Even the people on the highway not doing highway speeds. This one doesn't have blind spot monitoring. Uh-oh. That's how it's tailgate. Once you get in motion, it's going to move. And the CVT, I'm not even going to dog on the CVT. Everybody knows how CVTs work. It's continuously variable transmission, so it's not going to feel like a traditional automatic, but that's where we are in these vehicles. CVTs, it's not going to be like a dual clutch where it just boom, every gear change, boom, to the cushion. Like, no, it's just the easy going, like RPMs are generally low. The car is cool, calm, and collected. Passing power. She moved. This car is not slow by any means. So this is a very utilitarian, practical, huge emphasis on practical. So everyday driver, this is going to be for you. If you don't want to break the bank by spending a whole lot of money on bells and whistles, because these things can crest up to $40,000, and at $28,900, I think that's a much better deal if that's what you want to spend. Like, if you do like all that, if you want to get the extra power, the torque of the hybrid system, then that's available to you. But if you want the more simplistic 1.5 liter turbo, the 192 horsepower, this is the route to go. You won't feel like you're missing out on too much, but go online, build one of these and see what you get. The EX version gives you a little bit more. You can get like the heated seats and the sunroof. But if you just want bare bones, don't care about this, this is the perfect daily commuter for you. Test the brakes. Dang, them things white. I'll see you guys back at Southgate Honda. Huge shout out to Southgate Honda for loaning me the Accord LX. And you see right here we got the Sport Touring next to me, so there are going to be some main differences. I'm sliding on ice, y'all, so pardon me while I try not to bust my keister. So yeah, like I said, 28,000 versus close to 40,000. So you be the judge of that. What's right for you? I'm just here to bring it to you. Like, this car, without the complexity of a hybrid system, is going to handle much better, and then it's much cheaper. Like, I know price matters, especially in the world where cars are averaging a transaction of almost $50,000. So at 28,000, a little bit more than half. So you can get you a nice car that's going to last for the duration of time, because these cars, this is a Honda. You know how Honda is. Hondas are reliable. This might be one of the largest cheap cars that you can get on the market. I don't think there's anything that matches this in size and price. There are a couple competitors like the Camry that comes to mind, but I'm not sure on the price. So the big three, they don't even make sedans anymore. Ford doesn't even make cars but the Mustang. So we lost the Fusion. The Malibu might be out there. I'm not sure if they're pulling the plug on that. And then Chrysler, they got the 300 in Pacifica, that's it. And then you got Chargers, but those are completely different classes at a completely different price point. But the Honda, this is going to be your go-to. The Maxima got cut off, so you only got like two choices really, and then Kia has the Optima, so there you go. But hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.